Thanks for staying with us. We're celebrating International Women's Month, so we have with us today an international UK-based gospel artist who started singing in the choir at the age of 12 and has honed her craft to become the artist that she is today. She receives inspiration from a number of styles, from contemporary Afro-Juju to funk and soul, combines a variety of compositional elements to form her unique and authentic style. Welcome with us, Idowu Enyi, to the show. Good to have you. So before we even get into what you do and stuff like that, before you came on, we're talking about Folorunsho Shalakija, who had dissolved in her marriage after 30 years, or we found out that her marriage has been dissolved. And we're just trying to understand what could be going through the minds of these two adults and what could break a marriage like that. What are your own thoughts when you heard the news? How did you take it? Richest woman in Africa.
Marriage is quite complex.
Yeah.
Very complex. I mean, they must have their reasons for wanting to part. I overheard 30 years. Yeah. Why do you have to finish anyways? You know, if you've run the run for a while and you've been together for that period of time and you feel it's time to part, there must be a very, very good reason to want to do that. It's up to them. I think it's a personal thing. Yeah.
So tell us about your career, what you do. I know you're visiting from the UK.
Yeah.
How long have you been singing? Tell us a bit about yourself.
Yes, so I started singing in the choir at the age of 12, nothing serious. And I won't describe myself as a perfect singer. So I always say that I'm the type that misses everything, but God has found valuable to use, to break, to mold, and to use for his own glory. So I wasn't a perfect singer. I didn't have the perfect voice. At some point in time, I actually lost my voice. I had to go under the knife. I had to do surgery to get cysts removed off my vocal cords. I suffered with something called LPR, which is laparoscopic. It's a kind of acid reflux that builds up over years and sits on the vocal cord. So there is tendency for it to be resolved with language and speech therapy, but in my own case, sadly, it had to be removed. And after that operation, it was mind-blowing. The result was mind-blowing. I've been able to manage my singing and my voice better.
That's good. So you don't get the acid reflux anymore?
I still do, but now I can manage it. At that time, I did not know the essence of or how important your voice is to you as a singer, as a speaker, especially when you use your voice quite a lot. And so I was just going backwards. I was just sing, I would scream. I was always compensating for sound. So I go to places where I couldn't hear myself back. And I would try to compensate by screaming and shouting. And what happens is your vocal cords are meant to be like rubbing against each other very smoothly. But when you don't use them right, they go like bang, bang, bang. And when that happens, it tends to like build up like cysts. Over time, when you rest it, it resolves. But if you keep doing that like 4 or 5 times in a week, it grows into something very thick. And that becomes a cyst. But so when that happens after the operation, I got knowledge, I got wisdom, I went to classes, I started I started reading books, vocal training, which was quite important, which I never did before because I thought it wasn't important. I could sing anyway.
Yeah.
You know, so I took vocal training and yeah, so I think I do things a little bit better this time.
Why did you decide to do gospel music?
I've always loved Jesus.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I came from a background of not so Christian world, so it was a struggle to find Christ for myself, and I found him. I fell in love with Christ, and it has to be gospel or nothing else.
So, I know you have a foundation where you help women.
Yes.
Tell us, I think we're trying to celebrate women this month.
Yeah.
Tell us some of the work you're doing, not-profit work you're doing within Nigeria.
Yes, so I came into Nigeria. I came into Lagos last week, and I came September. Thank you. We do provide skills and for women in the wig making area. So last year, September, we came in to do wig tweaks. We empowered 20 women to start their own wig making business, and that was a success. So we thought, okay, this year we might as well do it again, and we did that over the period of 3 days from Monday till ended yesterday. We teach them how to make wigs. We supply all the equipment, everything they need to start their own wig making business. Yeah, just to empower them. And over the past 6 months, we felt we shouldn't just limit it just to wig making. We might as well just extend it to other trades. So we started another foundation called the Twix Hub. And this time, Twix Hub provides empowerment for women in all trades. Makeup artistry, fashion designing, soap making, and all. So, but Wig Twix is the first edition. And that happened September last year and happened 3 days ago.
Okay, so what inspired you to, leave the UK to come to Nigeria to do this?
I think we are fine in the UK. I think we are fine, and I think Africa generally needs support. African women are still so much socially economically deprived. As much as we are still rising up, but there's still so many women who are still very socially economically deprived. And I recognized that gap, and I feel, well, I think it's time for somebody to do something. Plus, wig making is my trade. That's my area of expertise anyways.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to go on a short break now. We want to just find out a bit about you.
Yeah.
But when we come back, we'll move on to our next topic. Stay with us. We'll be right back.